What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here. I want to welcome you to the Profit Power Hour. I'm excited to have you here. I've got some amazing training for you tonight. I got a free gift for you, which is going to be fun. And we got a great webinar that I'm pretty excited about, because what I'm going to be doing tonight is showing you how to build the framework of a successful campaign. And it's going to be simplified for you, and it's going to be something that I think really will take a lot of you to the next level. And before we get into all of that, I just want to make sure everyone can see my screen, so my team will make sure that they're watching over the questions box. If you can see my screen, go ahead and type in a 1. Go ahead, type in a 1 if you could see my screen, and just let my team know that you can hear me and you can see my screen. My webcam isn't on yet. I usually, right when I start this webinar, it just like people flood in, and so many people try to come in right when I hit go live. It can slow down GoToWebinar's like bandwidth or whatever. So I try to wait a second for the flood of people to come on the webinar, and then I turn my webcam on. So right now, what everybody is looking at is our welcome screen, and boy, has this evolved over the last 5 to 6 years. It used to be just like 2 things up here. Now it's just like, I look at this, especially the connect with me on social media side, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. There's so many things. I wish everything would consolidate, to be honest, but it is what it is. That's part of the game. So if you're new, on the right-hand side of our Profit Power Hour welcome screen is all of my social media. Now, I have to add in my BitClout, and I talked a little bit about BitClout last week. I actually saw a couple of students buy some of my coin. If you don't know what that means, don't worry. And I went and bought some of yours back. So like Brian Rolfson comes to mind. I bought a little bit of his coin, so just showing some love. Make sure that you do follow me on all social media. I do different things on different platforms, like Facebook is where I go live. Instagram, I connect with a lot of people in DMs. Like earlier today, Antronique Smith, that was yesterday. Antronique Smith was messaging me yesterday, and I just saw her name pop up in my DMs, recognized her as a student, and we had a short exchange. So it's always really cool on Instagram to get you to see my content, go through my stories, see you in my DMs, and I try my best to be really personal there. YouTube, I release content every Friday that I don't release anywhere else, so make sure you check it out. Snapchat, I'm still like, Clubhouse, I definitely am on Clubhouse. All right, so make sure that you just follow me everywhere. On the left-hand side, let me get my webcam on. I think we're good now. See if the webcam can come on. Can everybody see me? Everybody got me? I'm waving my hands. Just say yes in the chat box or questions box if you can see me. I have really cool artwork in the background. People always say that, so you should be able to see this crazy artwork with my owl. Where is it? It's right there. That's my Empire owl. All right. So on the left-hand side, now that everybody can see me, let me just get my preview of my own webcam out of the way. It's kind of like bugging me. All right, so on the left-hand side, you have some of our Shopify tools, and that they're must-have Shopify tools. It doesn't mean you have to have them. It just means that they're tools that could help you profit. They're tools that could help you automate. In the bottom left side is our fulfillment apps that we recommend: Pill of Profit, Shine On, Zendrop. This is where you can get ultra fast shipping from China, or you can use US-based vendors. So make sure to check them out. If you don't have a Shopify store yet, very tip top, shopify.com/Adrian Morrison. All right, so that's the whole intro of the welcome screen. It's just starting to take too long to go through all of this. But we do have new members. Every week we have new members that come in. So if you're new to Ecom Quick Start, if you're new to Ecom Success Academy, and you're a platinum, a gold, diamond member and beyond, I want to congratulate you, and I want to welcome you to our weekly webinar. This is a series where I just go live and we just like, you know, do work. You know what I'm saying? Like we like do actual work on these webinars. It's not PowerPoints and slides and sales. It's just legit like, yo, let's like work together and let's build campaigns and do product research. If you're new, you're gonna love this webinar series. It does not follow along any course in particular. It's like just hanging out with me on a Tuesday night, masterminding and coming up with ideas, and it's free. And it's something I've been doing for over 5 years. So if you're new, inside of your Access Adrian portal, you'll be able to log into your Access Adrian portal. You'll notice under My Courses and Software, the Profit Power Hour tab, click on that. And when you do click on that, you will be able to go to webinar replays up here at the tip top, and you'll see where it says 2021 replays, and you can watch all the replays. You legit can go back to like 2016. I think, you know, eventually we'll probably get some of the older stuff out, but literally I've been doing this since 2015. Make sure that you hover your mouse over my profile photo and you subscribe. Now, why should you subscribe to this? Because when you subscribe and you turn on notifications to my YouTube, you will get little alerts whenever I launch videos and I do giveaways and contests, and you just don't miss them because I drop stuff on YouTube. And all of the replays, you'll get alerts when those are dropped, should we do replays. So definitely go back if you're new and watch last week's and March 30th's. Go watch those. You'll benefit from those. All you have to do is just legit hit play, and you'll see that every week I record these. I go through and you'll be able to kind of keep up with what we're doing, because right now what we're doing is we are launching a product in the dog niche, and we're about to get started with that. I've got a free gift for you tonight that's really epic that I think you're going to absolutely love. But before we do that, make sure that you go to our Profit Power Hour group and tell them to hop on the webinar, because I already found all of my most profitable targeting for you. But go post in the group and tell them Adrian is going to give us a free, all right, so home run potential product report plus Facebook ad framework. All right, so that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. Tell everybody to pop on the webinar. There are some slots left for you to jump in. I'm going to be giving you a free home run potential product report that really dissects this product we're launching. And we're going to start setting up the Facebook ad framework, because last week what we did is I went in and I dissected the different types of targeting that works for the dog niche. Now, look, if you're new to the webinars and you're not in the Facebook group, make sure that you go to facebook.com/group/ProfitPH. You can apply to be in the group if you are not yet in the group. Just make sure that you do that, all right? And you'll see that we've got over 18,000 amazing people in this group. Success stories coming in every week. People are sharing progress reports and troubleshooting, and you know, everybody's working together in this group. So make sure you go post in our Facebook group. And that's how you win some cash money each week as well. But what I was saying is, if you're new to this, listen, you may not have joined Ecom Success Academy or any of my programs thinking, I want to advertise dog stuff. And the answer to that is, like, if you get on this webinar and you're like, Adrian, why am I going to launch a dog product? Because I wanted to launch gadgets, or I wanted to sell, you know, I wanted to sell planners. One of my buddies is like making a killing right now selling planners on a Shopify store. The answer is, I don't care, right? It doesn't matter. You shouldn't care either. What matters is selling what is working right now, and something that appeals to the masses. Now, planners appeal to the masses because people in entrepreneurship need help keeping notes, keeping productivity up high. Planners help do that, although I don't really use them. People love buying dog stuff, lots of animal owners. So we're gonna launch a product, and you don't have to copy me, you don't have to copy and paste this, but you know, I've made millions of dollars in sales in this very niche with this very targeting that I've given away completely free. I gave away the exact targeting, and I gave it away on the replay. So you can always go back to the replay and get access to that on our replay page, which is a secret page that I mail out. And we're going to build out the framework, right? We're going to build out the framework of something that I know works, something that we know is popping right now. So let's take a look at that. Jumping over here to our Shopify store, all right? We have a general store, and I know my bets are like, duh, but remember, every week we have new people joining, all right? So I always have to remember I've got veterans on here, and I've got, newbies, newcomers on here. So we've got our store here, and what we did is we found this product here. It's called the pet bed. It's like a cuddler calming bed, a donut bed. These are really, really hot right now. And we listed it on our Shopify store, and we named it. We called this the Doggy Cuddler Calming Bed, right? So we called this the Doggy Cuddler Calming Bed, and we found our vendor through Zendrop. This is it listed on our store. All right, so let's just really quick, let's talk about the name here. By the way, you can get this on AliExpress. Look, you go to AliExpress, tons of these plush dog beds there. You can go to Zendrop, which is a recommended vendor that we use because they have ultra fast shipping. Like you can get super fast shipping with them, 7 to 12 days, super, super fast to both USA, UK, Italy, France. And then, obviously regular shipping international is 10 to 15 days. So, it's up to you. Again, all of these fulfillment services are down here at the bottom left every week. So that would be Zendrop. You can go to profitph.com/Zendrop right there at the bottom left, and you can get access to Zendrop and use the same vendor we're using. Anyways, so we're calling this the Doggy Cuddler Bed because we want to stand out and seem unique in a world of where drop shipping is blowing up, right? Where drop shipping is like, there's so many stores that are selling different drop ship items, and the public, they haven't called on to it that it's drop shipping, but like they've called on to, there's a lot of places that, like, there's a lot of bad drop ship, there's a lot of bad websites out there that suck, and they're just generic and they're not trustworthy, right? So what we try to do on our Shopify store, which works like a charm, is just take that extra little step of effort to make what we're selling seem non-generic. Even though it's generic, we make it seem non-generic and exclusive, right? Just like this book right here, this planner that I showed you earlier, this is just a leather bound planner. I mean, literally, it's just look, it is a booklet. That's it. It's blank pages. But I bought this because it has an owl on it, and it's sold on Drake's OVO Shopify store, and it's exclusive, right? Because they just put an extra little touch to it, and so I vibe with it. So that said, how do you look exclusive with generic items? Well, you just come up with a name, like I did. I called this the Doggy Cuddler Calming Bed, right? So now it feels like branded, if you will. I could call this the My Doggy Harness and the Ultrasonic XRP 2000, right? If you just come up with cool names for stuff instead of dog harness, then people think it's cooler. Pretty simple, right? And so we call this the Doggy Cuddler Calming Bed. And in the name of this, really what we're trying to do is we're pre-selling people. Aside from the fact that this dog bed is pretty and it looks plush and comfortable and soft, what we're trying to do is we're trying to project to consumers that the benefit of this bed is that it will calm your dog. It will probably lessen barking. It will induce deeper sleep for your dog, so they're more rested and they're less anxious. And so it's all about like the marketing of the product, right? And so that's why we're calling it a calming bed. Now you can do the same thing if you sell this product. You can call it the calming bed. Now the other thing that we loved about this product is that you can get this product in dang near any color you want, from purple to pink to white to cream, to gray. I need to refresh this page because we removed a lot of those. Let me see if I can refresh this. Those pictures should be gone, all those duplicate photos. Well, maybe I didn't. I might need to hard refresh it. Anyways, there shouldn't be a zillion pictures of the same color bed, but that's either here nor there. What I liked about this is that there are options, right? People can choose what size they want and what color they want. And we know that with pet beds, there's going to be tiny dogs and there's going to be very large dogs. So right here we have a diagram of the beds and the sizing, right? I love that about it. And then down here, right, we have a list of a sizing chart. I made this, I just typed this in. So we know that if you have a small dog, here's the small dog, here's the size of the bed, and we recommend small for like teacups dogs. Mediums for like Pomeranians, large would be Dachshund, so on and so forth. So we just give people a little bit of information about the sizing of this product. So you're gonna have people come in here, you're gonna have people want to buy this because A, it comes in a lot of colors. B, you have multiple sizes, so you don't miss out on customers. If you're just selling smalls through larges, then you're missing out on people that have Great Danes and bigger dogs. So you want to have a vendor that has the small or extra, or yeah, the small through the triple XL. In Zendrop, we were able to find that. So underneath this, we have upsells, right? So I use Optimize Upsell. It's a program that I developed and it made an immense amount of additional money for Shopify stores. And it will recognize as a dog product and it'll start trying to upsell other dog products underneath it. So that's what this is. And so we have this page all set up, right? I mean, we've got the product listed. We've got some copy on here. And to be completely honest with you, like I didn't even put this copy on here. I have my team put copy up for me. So they look at, what's working and what's converting. So, provides the best sleep, eases anxiety, adds more happiness for your pet. It's pet safe. And, essentially these are all benefits. It's not features like any color you want and yada, yada, yada. These are all benefits because benefits are going to sell far, far, far better than features will. We explained that a couple of weeks ago, right? So this is the product that we're going to launch. Now, reminding you all of why we're launching this product, here is a product report. So let me just real quick put this in a full screen view. Okay, so the product is called a plush dog bed, AKA a calming bed. Now, you all are going to get access to this product report for free. Now, typically, to get access to product reports like this for our beta test students that we're doing this for, we're charging upwards of $3,000 to do like these product reports and additional things on top of that. So I've given y'all a couple for free, but we're doing like literally like 10 or 15 product reports a week of home run potential products where my team does due diligence and they produce these reports, and then I look at the reports and I say, okay, I like you, or no thank you. My gut or my instinct or my experience tells me this probably won't be a hitter. But my team is constantly churning these out. And so I'm giving you this one completely free. It's a product analysis report for the plush dog bed. And what we have here is a list of 2 vendors that we did some research on that we feel like are probably good vendors. And of course, you can venture outside of those. At the end of this webinar, I will give you a direct link to download this PDF, okay? We also have a list of the cost of goods. Now, the cost of goods here, I'm just trying to get, let me get that back up. All right, so we have a list of the cost of goods, what we should sell it for retail-wise, and profit margin. Now, my team does this based off of their research. So research shows that a lot of other stores are selling extra smalls at $29.95, and they're paying $13 for it. So that's the cost of goods, and then the retail would be $29.95. Then over here we have our profit margin. Now I can, just looking at this from what my team did, it looks like they messed up on the profit margins. So I'll make sure that gets fixed. They're supposed to subtract from retail in here. But anyways, what our product reports do is they show us this is the cost of goods of an extra small, of a medium, of a large, of an extra large, and so on and so forth. And then this is what it's selling for retail other places. Now, what we do typically here is we put the minimum retail that it's selling for. We don't want to find the most expensive extra small plush dog bed because we want to know, like, what is the best deal? How many of you in here would agree that knowing what the best deal on the internet is going to give you the information that you need to be competitive? Just say yes in the questions box. All right, yes, 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 yes. Now, my team saw that the vendors, this is one of the vendors' prices. This is the lowest retail they see these sizes selling for. And then, of course, the math wasn't done correctly. And these would be the profit margins, the expected profit margins over here. So when I'm looking at reports like this, I'm like, okay, this is the cost of goods. This is what I'm going to sell it for. And then this is what my profit is. Now, why it's important to lay it out like this is because I know that when I'm buying ads, when I'm spending money on ads, which we're going to build out the framework tonight, essentially, I want to know, like, okay, if I spend $15 on an ad to generate one sale, then how much profit am I going to make if I spend $15? Well, then I know to subtract this from this, and that's my profit margin, and then I subtract ad spend. All right, so it's important to know that, because if you know this, then you can shift what you sell it for retail wise. What we typically do or try to do is mark these up 3x. If you can get 3x, things are pretty hot. So, like, for example, the extra small is $13.74 from the vendor that they were doing research on, and we listed our vendor doesn't have extra small, but we listed the small here at $49+. Now, the retail that they suggested was $39.95, right? Which would be the cheapest on the cheapest they found on the internet. So we typically will go above that, right? Because we know with our marketing, the way we set up our campaigns, we're going to get impulse purchases. And look, we're using a better vendor as well, right? So with Zendrop over here, we're using a better vendor with a better vendor than a typical AliExpress vendor. They're going to get faster shipping, and it's just, it's worth more money. So don't feel bad about making a profit. That's how business works. It's just got to be fair, right? So when you look over here, you might see that I listed my product for higher prices than this. And it's because I usually go for a 2.5 to 3x markup on the product cost, right? And also you have to factor in that people are going to pay for shipping and handling. So, you might add another $4.95 that the customer is going to have to pay on top of each of these for shipping and handling. So we'll get these profit margins fixed. My team just must have, whatever, they screwed up. We have a link to the vendor on Zendrop and a link to a vendor here. And then down here, we have some very important information. So the demographic that we saw through research buying this product is 21-year-olds and above. So you wouldn't want to go target 18 to 20-year-olds if research shows it's 21 and above. So even though younger kids have dogs, younger kids typically don't have money. And also on top of that, when kids get in college and they've been there alone for a little while, got all that partying out of their system, that's when they usually buy a dog, right? And they want like a pet. And then what we do is we look at what is the volume on Amazon, Walmart, eBay, so on and so forth. So similar items to the pet bed are bringing in $93,000 a month on Amazon. So we know there's demand. And the search volume is getting over 4,360 plus searches a month for similar items. So we know that there are thousands of people a month just typing in, searching for specifically plush pet beds, not just pet beds, but that's a very specific type of keyword. And feedback that we looked at, or my team looked at, was other stores that were selling similar products, and this is important before we build out the campaign, but other stores selling similar products, they were getting complaints because the sizing wasn't right. That's why I said, yo, like when you list this for sale, you make sure you got that size chart on there. You make sure that people can, like, that's why we have little examples here, right? We know that people are going to accidentally, right, say, oh, well, my dog needs a small, but they really need a medium because they think their dog is small, but it's not as small as they thought. So that's why this is important here. And then shipping times. So one of the complaints a lot of stores are getting is they're using like terrible vendors from AliExpress. They're great vendors on AliExpress, but they're using bad ones because they care more about profit up front than they do about profit long term. And when you're running a business in e-commerce, you have to find that hybrid, that fine line between profit now and happy customers and profit later. So you can't go to the cheapest, crappiest vendor with 90-day shipping times and go sell a crap load of these pet beds and think that you're going to make out with Lucky Charms and rainbows. That's not going to happen. You're going to have ticked off customers. Now, will people wait 30 days for a product? Yeah, they will. We ship stuff all the time. And we give people great deals so they're willing to wait on it. But with something like this that is so hot, we wanted to get it to people within about 15 days, which is very reasonable with the prices that we sell them at, comparatively speaking. And so we know that the main two issues are shipping time from other stores and sizing. So what we want to do is, if we're using a vendor like Zendrop, which any and all of you can, you're going to get this free product report, and it'll link you right to this vendor here. We know that they can, again, do express shipping and legit get people this product in 7 days. 7 days. That's insane for drop shipping, right? So beautiful. And then regular shipping right here, 10 to 15 days. I mean, international, no big deal. That's very, very, very fast for drop shipping. So we already have covered issue number 1, and we've covered issue number 2 because we're telling people what the actual sizes and dimensions are. Now, the next thing is additional proof of concept. So our seasonality checker and analysis, aka Google Trends, is showing us that right now this is literally at 100 in interest on Google. You see this right here, this little product report. Does everybody see like the Google Trends here? It is legitimately this week at 100, and it is consistently well over the 50. So this is an interest rate of 0 to 100 from search volume on Google. And legitimately, this product is on fire. And then the Shopify competition, we found 358 other stores selling pet beds. There's a million Shopify stores in existence. Only 358 are selling pet beds that we found. So the competition's low and the demand is really high. all things point to we better launch this product. And then the suggested interest targeting here are dog rescues, dog magazines, subscription boxes, different dog breeds, personable keywords in dog websites, and influencer dogs. Now, last week, I gave you a done for you targeting list. So this is the targeting list of keywords. I did this for you. I gave you my most profitable targeting for the dog niche, legitimately on a silver platter, completely free, because you are a VIP student. If you're on the Profit Power Hour, that means you're in one of my programs. And again, I'm not here to try to sell you a zillion things. I'm here to help you become successful. I'm here to push you toward success and help you with tools and help you with the advice and experience and motivation and data. And this is my best targeting that I've been using for years in the dog niche. And I gave it away last week for free. And I put the download to this on the replay page. So everybody should have gotten that. If you open your emails and you click on the links within, you get rewarded. Yes, I ethically bribe you to open and click my emails, because I want you to understand that when you see an email from me in your inbox, it's important, right? So you shouldn't ignore it like you ignore 95% of the emails that you get in your inbox. You see my name pop up in your inbox, you know that when you click it, there's going to be value within. And so that's the way I did it. And you got this list of keywords here, and this is what we're going to do to build out this campaign. So we've gone through the product report, and we know what product we're going to list. And you can go to my store on Shopify at Gear Grabber, and you can look at this product listing. You can copy my product listing. You can use the same vendor on Zendrop, or you can find one of the other zillion vendors here on AliExpress. It's up to you. All right. If you're in my course, I shouldn't have to tell you on this webinar how to find a vendor to sell a pet bed. I'm just telling you, this is what I prefer. I prefer this because the feedback shows that people are using bad vendors on Ali, and I trust Zendrop so much that I invested in their company. Literally, first e-com company out of 6 years that's tried to get me to come on to their company as an advisor and invest, that I've said yes to. It's because they are insanely amazing and they're gonna change the market. Anyways, all right, so now what we wanna do is we want to build out the framework for our ads. So let's pull this up real quick. We're gonna build out our Facebook campaign. I'm gonna move my keyboard over for a second. These are our notes from last week. Okay, so this is kind of like the evolving notes that we have taken. I started March 29th or something. I started these notes showing you how we build a good Facebook ad and how the funnel works, and you build an email list, and we're gonna get into all of that. But last week what we did is we went over these targeting categories that we want to use to build out our Facebook campaign. And now what we're gonna do, y'all, is we're going to literally build out the framework. So in building out the framework of our Facebook campaign, first I'm gonna draw it out for you in these notes, because this week, these notes are going to be completed. And so on the replay page, you will be able to download a PDF of the completion of these notes, okay? So let's build out the next part of this journey here. And honestly, like, I could have taught you how to do this in one day. Like, I've spread it out because I want to I want to overly point out the important details that you would miss if I just breezed through it. So copy and paste this. I want you to understand why we've chosen this product, why we've chosen these keywords, why we called it a My Doggy Cuddler calming bed, why we put that sizing chart in there, why this particular vendor was our choice, right? It's all easy stuff, but I wanted to stick with you so you make better choices in the future and you have more success. So that said, what I want to do is I want to build out this framework for you, because what we are about to do is build out a Facebook campaign. So let me just real quick here. Just gonna draw a line here, and we are going to draw a line here. Okay. All right, so let's draw this, let's build this campaign out, all right? So this is going to be our Facebook ad campaign. Framework. Now, what I mean by framework is it is like an outline, all right? It's the skeleton of the offer. And I want to draw it out for you, so that way when we build it, which we're about to, and it's going to go fast when we build it, because it's so easy to build it. Again, I want you to have the roadmap, because you can apply this to every other campaign that you do. So you're going to have, what in Facebook you have on tier 1, you have what's called the campaign. All right, so you have what is called a campaign level. And then tier 2 is going to be what's called the ad set level. And then you have tier 3, which is the ad creative level. So tier 1 is your campaign. Tier 2 is your ad set. And tier 3 is the actual ad, okay? Now, the reason I'm showing you this, even though most of you already know this, is because we are going to be building multiple ad sets, all right? So we're going to be building multiple targeting ad sets to test. Okay, keyword is test. So our campaign is going to be the dog bed. Our ad set level is going to be our targeting, and then our ad level is going to be our, just basic ads, right? That's how it works. Campaign is our dog bed product. Ad sets are going to be the different types of targeting that we're split testing, and the ad creative is just going to be like, our images and our videos and what we say. But understand, the reason I'm pointing this out is because we have different pieces of targeting: dog rescues, fan pages, subscription service, magazines. So what's going to happen here is, underneath our ad level, what we're going to do is we are going to start building out different ad sets. So under this ad set level in Facebook, what we're going to do is we're going to build out a dog rescue ad set. Then we're going to build a dog fan page ad set. Then we're going to build a subscription ad set. That's people that are in the subscription boxes. Then we're going to do the dog magazines ad set. All right, and then, sorry, my ear itches. We're gonna have .com and precise keywords, okay? So .com sites ad set. And last, we're going to have precise interest ad set. All right. So remember, we're going to have dog rescues. We're going to have dog fan pages. We are going to have dog subscription services. We're going to have, let's just do like this green here, dog magazines. All right, we're going to have .com website keywords, and then my favorite is precise interest. Okay, now all of these pieces of targeting are going to have it really depends on how you want to do it, but I would honestly suggest that we are going to do what is called a CBO, which means campaign budget optimized campaign. That way you can minimize risk on your budget when you launch this campaign. So let me finish this though. All right. So our target group, I don't know why I'm never happy with the bullseyes that I do. I guess that's a decent bullseye. So our target group is going to be 21 through 65 plus. It's going to be both male and female. Facebook doesn't give you, any other option for like, any other, representation. So it's male and female. I have a feeling that might change in the future though. So you got 21 to 65 plus year olds, male and female. And then our countries that we're going to hit, I would say, are USA, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, and then UK. Ugh, my hand's getting tired. And UK. So these are the countries that we want to bundle and attempt to target. This is called the Big Five, okay? So the Big Five are English-speaking countries that always convert. USA and Canada pop off. Australia pops off. UK is a toss-up, and New Zealand usually sometimes could be a pretty small demographic. And one thing I notice about UK and a lot of ads is if there is any negative feedback, it's typically coming from New Zealand or UK, meaning like, comments about just negative comments. I've just noticed my own personal experience. New Zealand and UK typically are the ones that will, for whatever reason, troll underneath the comments, hit the X button and report it. That's just, from my experience. But New Zealand is also very, very profitable. UK is probably the least profitable country for me, from my experience. There might be other people that have a lot more success with UK, but not necessarily me. But I absolutely love traveling over there. So it's just the data. All right, so you got that. That's our target group. Now, all of these ad sets are going to flow, right, to this targeting. Just so you know, these ad sets are going to be using the same exact targeting. Nothing changes. So you might ask yourself, why are we, that's a terrible arrow, why are we coming in here and separating everything? They're all dog lovers, rescues, dog fan pages, subscriptions, dog magazines, and so on and so forth. Then why are we separating them if they all love dogs? Well, what you will find is that some of these will be more profitable than others, and it really varies on a product by product basis. Now that I've taken 45 plus minutes to explain something very simple, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to quickly build this framework out. All right, so let's do that. We're going to jump into Facebook and we're going to build the framework, the skeleton of the offer. And then after we do that, we can submit ads. So I like to visualize things, understand why I'm doing this, how we're going to break it apart, and what it's going to look like. So if I jump over here to Facebook, to my ad account, all right, so here is our ad account here. What I want to do is I want to create a tier 1. I want to create a campaign. So we're going to click on the big green button over here that says create a campaign, and we're going to hit the conversion objective. And the same old normal stuff here is we want to name our campaign. We're going to call this our what do I call this? The doggy cuddler. Doggy cuddler tea embed. All right, let's hit continue. All right, so we've got our name here. The next thing that we need to do is we need to come over here and we need to set up what is called campaign budget optimization. Now, again, because we have these target groups here, right, we're going to have multiple ad sets. There are 2 ways you can do this. You could have a $5 a day budget marketing to dog rescues, a $5 a day budget to fan pages or subscriptions. In other words, you would have $5 here a day, $5 here, or 10. On a product like this, I'd probably do 10. You'd have $5 here, and you'd have $5 here. All right, and Facebook would spend $5 a day on each of these. Does that make sense? So Facebook is going to say, all right, we're going to spend $5 hitting dog rescue keywords, $5 on fan pages, so on and so forth. And the end result is going to be you're spending 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You don't have to do that. You don't have to spend $30 if you don't want to, but the end result is the budget that you are going to have or spend is essentially $30 a day. Now, if you're on a limited budget, you're gonna be like, dang, like I cannot risk $30 a day. That's too much money. That's not in my budget. This is too much, right? And that's fine. You don't have to do that. And we'll get to that in a second, all right? Because with CBO, you can test all of these, and the risk of the $30 will go down. The second thing is if, let's just say, if the dog magazine ad sets right here, I've circled them. These dog magazine targeting is not profitable, right? It's not working. It's not making us any money. We don't want to force $5 a day to it if it's losing money. If Facebook sees that when they show the ads to people that are interested in dog magazines and those people are not buying, what Facebook will do with campaign budget optimization, it's fully automated, is they will divert that $5 over here, right? And they'll say, yo, let's spend that money on the dog fan page targeting. Why spend money in somewhere where you're not getting results, right? So Facebook will take your budget and they will put it where it is giving you the best results with campaign budget optimization. So I'm going to put that in our notes because we want to make sure that we run what is called a CBO. CBO budget. Okay. So if we know that if we did $5 a day, we'd have to spend 30 bucks a day, that might be out of range for someone new that's just starting out, because you're going to want to let this run for like 4 days, 5 days or so. So do the math. So if you're doing a campaign budget optimized ad, you can do like a $15 budget. And what it will do is it will group everything together, and it will take that $15 and it will target every single one of these groups of people, but it will put the money where you're getting the most out of it. So when we launch a campaign out of the gate to try to figure out like what's popping, we will click this button that says campaign budget optimization, and essentially we will say, yo, Facebook, take the wheel. We trust you. You're smarter than us. You know how this works better than us. So all you have to do is click campaign budget optimization. And now across all of these ad sets that we're going to create, because we're still editing the campaign here. This is the campaign level, the overseer, the folder, right? We're going to say, hey, we're only comfortable spending $15 a day on this, or $5, whatever you want to do. And what it's going to do is it'll take that $15 and spread it across everything, opposed to us having to force $5 to each ad set and risking blowing money where it's not, giving us return. All right. So we've now set up our campaign. Now we're going to hit next, and we are going to set up our very first ad set. Now our first ad set, see up here where it says ad set name, is the dog rescue keywords. So this is going to be our dog rescue audience, okay? So our dog rescue audience, we're going to type that in there. Then we are going to scroll down, and we are going to put in all of the targeting that we're looking for, that we're looking to hit. So as we scroll down here, we're going to see where we get to audience. There's a lot of stuff mumbo jumbo up here you can ignore for now, and we got audiences. So we can hit on locations, hit edit, and we can toss in Canada. Hold on. There we go. Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, my favorite because they just buy. Like, there's such high converters. And let's see, New Zealand. Okay, so now we're hitting all 5 countries, right? And we might take some of these out later, but right now we're casting a fairly wide net. And then we're going to scroll down here and we're going to choose our audience. So our due diligence report over here, as we're looking at what's working, is 21+-year-old male and female. So as I come back over here, we're going to say, let's hit 21+-year-olds. Now, genders, we've got men or women. We're going to leave it on all because, I mean, I used to target women only for dog stuff, but I find that men buy it at just as high of a rate. So we're going to do men and women. Then where it says detailed targeting here, remember, we're only going to use the targeting list of group number 1, which is dog rescues. Because remember, underneath this campaign, this dog bed campaign, we're going to use this target group. That's what we just hit, 21, 65 plus, male, female, in these countries here. Now what we need to do so we can identify where the money is at is we're going to build a campaign, or I'm sorry, an ad set for dog rescue, for dog fan pages. We're separating it out so we can see where the clicks and we can see where the sales are from. If you throw it all together, then you're blind. You don't know where the money's coming from. So that said, for dog rescue, what we're going to do is we're going to put in these keywords and interests that I gave you completely free over here for animal rescue, right? So all of these animal rescue keywords are like the top animal rescue keywords that we found. Now, all of these over here, there's just like a lot of animal rescue keywords that we found on Facebook. I've given them to you, but you know, this is a great place for me to also plug Interest Scout if you don't have it yet. Legitimately, it is like, how much is Interest Scout? I can't remember. $19 a month for Interest Scout, and this just helps me get the targeting so much faster than it helps me discover targeting and automate setting it up. So just for the sake of it, I'm just going to type in dog rescue. And look at this, all of those rescues, or many of them, are going to come up here. So I'm just going to grab all of these different dog rescues that we had listed. And the reason I'm doing it in Interest Scout is because Facebook makes you put commas between everything. I'm not going to get those. And so we want to make sure that we, you know, we do this the fastest way possible. Oh, I just got rid of everything, but it's okay. So we've got Pitbull Rescue Central. Got it. Okay. All right, I just had a typo. We don't want the ones with 7 million or anything like that. And for this campaign, you can just copy and paste directly from the list, but you know, we've been going for an hour now, so I'm just trying to very quickly grab these. So we've got these here, and I'm just going to copy these real fast. They're copied to my clipboard now, and I'm going to jump over here, and now I'm just simply going to hit paste. So, there they go. All right, and we're going to uncheck reach people beyond our detailed targeting. So this gives us 2.6 million people. Now, there are a couple more keywords that I could put in from this list, but I think y'all get the picture, okay? So I want to finish showing you the framework. Now, what we've done so far is we built an ad set. We have not built an ad yet. This is just the framework of the targeting for dog rescues, right? We can also add suggestions down here, and chances are they might show us a couple of more. No, because their suggestions tool really sucks now. All right, so what we've done is we've created an ad set. All right, so no ad yet, no creative. Now look, when I come back out here, you're gonna see doggy cuddler. You're gonna see, when I click on it, we see dog rescue audience. Now, what we want to do here, all right, this is key because it's going to save you time, is we're going to hit duplicate. And when I just click this, See, I'm clicking it. I'm gonna hit duplicate. We're gonna duplicate this, but we're gonna call this one our dog fan page audience. Now, I hit duplicate because it went ahead and put the countries in for me, the age groups, and the genders. What we're gonna need to edit here is the detailed targeting. So we'll just kind of, we just saved a little bit of time by hitting duplicate here. Now we're gonna get rid of all of these keywords. And if I come back over here to our dog fan page keywords, there's not a bunch of dog fan page keywords. So we're just going to quickly type these particular ones in. All right, so dogs daily, there we go, 336,000 people. Dog lovers club, 2.8 million, that one's a gem. Then dog bless you, another gem with 4 million people in it. You don't need a lot of these because they're massive. And then dogs today, oh, no, that should go under magazines. All right, these are essentially big fan pages. All right, so let's see here. Yeah. Yep, these are the big fan pages. There is another one that I know of, Wallace the Pit Bull, which is like an influencer dog, 52,000. And then you got like pit bulls and parolees, which I recall, yep, 2.2 million. So these are big fan pages or influencer dogs. This is 4.5 million people to hit. All right, so, all right, we're done. All right, there's ad set number 2. See, now we have fan page audiences, dog rescue audiences. So let's hit duplicate again. And in duplicating this again, what we're going to do is we're going to name it, our dog subscription service audiences. All right, so this one, as you can see, what we're doing here is we're duplicating things just so we can split test them. We can, divide them. We can separate them so we have vision at this point. And so we know BarkBox was a big subscription service, and I think there was one more that did come up, but it was still really small. It's not there anymore, but we definitely want BarkBox separate. Remember to uncheck detailed targeting because this is a huge interest here, and it's a toss up on if this one's going to work. All right, so now we have dog subscription services. Now we're going to duplicate this again. Now it is extra work to do this. We could just dump all these keywords in one single place, but that would be shooting ourselves in the foot. All right, so dog magazines, magazines audience. And so for the dog magazine audience, we're going to put in these dog magazine keywords. All right, just make sure everybody can still see my screen. Yes? Okay, cool. Sometimes it freezes up. All right, so for the dog magazines, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put in here, Dogs Today magazine. Now, I have an Interest Scout, the software, if you have it, you could literally type in dog magazine and it, for the most part, will pull these up automatically. Like, just for the sake of time, you can play around with Interest Scout and it'll quickly pull, look, it'll quickly pull a lot of these for you. So you can grab these real quick and then just copy them, jump back over to Facebook. Instead of typing everything in one by one by one by one, it'll pull most of them as long as they have that within the name. All right, so we're gonna get these in, and this is gonna give us, after we turn detailed targeting expansion off, over 1.4 million people. But there's a couple of more that I missed, like Dog World magazine and the Dogton Post. That one is a sleeper, so there it is. And then the Fido Friendly magazine, because that doesn't say dog in it, so Interest Scout didn't pick it up. So we're picking up now to 2.8 million, and now we have our audience of people that are interested in dog subscription magazines. The next one is our .com websites. So we're gonna go ahead and duplicate this, and we're just gonna hit duplicate. And this again is the framework. This is gonna be our dog website audience. We'll come down here, get rid of all of these. There's a couple of gem websites. Thankfully, Facebook still has them up. Sometimes they remove targeting. So we've got puppytube.com. There she is, 474,000 people. Cute. Dogpics.com. Like literally, I could have, maybe I should have charged like for a master class on this particular targeting and campaign, because these that I'm giving you right now legitimately are major money gems. Like people, like these don't just come up necessarily in Facebook targeting all the time, because you have to dig and mine for these types of keywords. So I mean, these are very valuable that you're getting right now, like very valuable keywords. So now we have our dog websites. It's a smaller audience, but it's going to be a hitter. And then we have like these precise keywords, these precise, passionate keywords up here. So we would have another audience. So let's hit duplicate. All right. And now we'll get rid of these. And again, we're duplicating because duplicating makes it easy and fast. We're going to remove that. And we're going to put in I love my dog by familyshare.com. This one is a precise keyword, even though it's a website. Dog lover. All right, so you'll notice there is 4.7 million people in that, so that still is a good interest here. So it's still just in the precise area. Animal lovers. Now look, don't accidentally hit anime lovers. It can easily happen. Animal lovers is 12 million people now. It used to be smaller. I'm not going to use that one. It's too big. Dog lovers club. 2.8 million people in the dog lovers club. Then you've got American Eskimo dog. Now, for whatever reason, we found that was an interest that converted. That particular breed, people with that dog, they buy a lot of stuff. I love my Yorkie. All right, so 270,000 people with Yorkies. I love Yorkies. That's 72,000 people we're picking up. Then my pit bull is family, and this one is 55,000. And there are a couple more that we could probably find even outside of these, like I love my dog. And you'll see this one with a heart here, and this one has 10 million. Too big. This one used to be a gym, but now it's got 10 million people in it. It doesn't really qualify as precise, tight-knit group. But right now, we're still hitting over 6.2 million people with these precise keywords, and I know that these are traditionally converting keywords. So now what we have, if we come back over here into the campaign level, we're in our ads account. What we have here is our campaign, and when we click on our campaign, you're going to see here we have our I must have forgot to name this. So dog precise. Precise interest audience. There we go. So what we have now is the framework, right? We have a $20, $30 a day budget, and we have our interest separated. So we know if our precise interest is getting clicks and sales, our dog website interest are getting clicks and sales. You see what I'm saying? If you bundled all of these together, then you would be essentially blind. Like you wouldn't know where your profit and loss is. But when you use this framework that I just built out, and you can duplicate this now over and over and over and over again by select all, duplicate for the pet harness, duplicate for the dog tracker, duplicate for dog toys, duplicate for t-shirts that have dog sayings on them, right? You've got the skeleton built out, and you can essentially dupe this for anything now in the future. So this is that winning framework for a multi-7-figure business for me. And this is what we just did. We took what I just wrote down and we put it in Facebook. It looks a lot more complicated when I write it down, right? But I'm going to give you these notes. Now, what we haven't done yet is built the ad. What we've done is we've built the skeleton, right? Remember, underneath tier 2 is tier 3, which is the ad level. So you have tier 3, which is the ad creative level. And this is going to consist of, pictures and video ads. And so what we're going to do next week is we are going to submit some ads. So I'm actually going to build some legitimate ads for this product, and we will finish with tier 3 now that you have built the framework. So your homework tonight is to go into your ad account. You're not submitting any ads at all. You're going to go into your ad account and you're going to build this framework, and you're going to use those keywords I gave you completely free. And if you don't have those keywords because you didn't open the replay, go look in your email address. Go look in your email. When I send out the replay tomorrow, I will include a link to the keywords again. So in other words, when you go to the replay page, when you open up your email, you'll see a link right here. It says download your dog lover Facebook targeting. And that will then be available for you to download. So just make sure that you open your email tomorrow. You search for my name in your inbox, okay? And you whitelist my email address, Adrian@profitph.com, Adrian@ecomsuccessacademy.com, right? Whitelist my emails. I have a couple of different ones I send from, and make sure that you get them in your inbox because it's important, right? You get very valuable stuff in your inbox from me that you probably miss all the time because it hits your spam box or I haven't been whitelisted, whatever. But this is the framework. Now what we're going to do next week is we're going to dive in and we're going to build our ads. Now the great thing about the ads is that we only have to build 1 or 2 ads, and then we can put that same ad over in each of these audiences. And when this campaign goes live, Facebook's going to take our one daily budget of $15 or $20 or $30 or whatever you're comfortable with, and they are going to publish that across all of these. In other words, for one daily budget, you'll be able to test all of this targeting. If it's 5-day, 10, 15, whatever you're comfortable with. That's why we're doing what's called a CBO, campaign budget optimized campaign, where they take one budget and Facebook puts your money wherever it sees the best results. So you might spend $1 on precise interest and 10 on subscription services in a day. And that will be because Facebook said, yo, the traffic from the subscription service interest was converting better. Therefore, we allocated more of your budget there because we want you to spend your money where you get the most dime back for it. All right, we'll talk more about that next week, however. So I hope that you enjoyed this. Now, let's get your free product report, all right? So this product report done for you is with a home run potential product. We're gonna fix on the replay page, we'll fix it, we'll have the appropriate profit margins here. But if you just simply go to this link right here, profitph.com/reports, that's with an S, okay? With an S, then you'll be able to download your plush doggy bed, calming bed product analysis report, my free gift to you. And then next week, what we'll do is we will go in and we will we'll actually launch an ad creative, and then we will put it to all of this targeting, right? We've got the framework, we've got the skeleton. Now all we have to do is just simply build the creative, which will take 5 minutes, all right? But we're gonna do that next week. Hope that you enjoyed this. We're gonna give away $100 in the Facebook group. So just make sure that you get ready and prepared for that. I'm going to announce the winner in the Facebook group. I'm probably not going to go live tonight just because I have a lot of work on my plate. It's a lot of webinars this week and I'm behind. And I stayed on like 15 minutes after the hour tonight. So I'm just gonna go in there, choose a random person. I will post your name. So everybody go to our Facebook group. In about 10 minutes or so, I will have chosen a random selected winner and I will announce you in the group. I will not be going live on Facebook. I just want to hit this giveaway and then I'll probably be up till 4 o'clock in the morning tonight, finishing up some other work that's that I need to finish up. So I love you all. I hope that you enjoyed this this webinar. Hope that you got value from it. Hope that you enjoy your free product report. I just can't thank you enough for showing up here every week and investing in yourself and investing your time in me as a mentor. And look, I'm always here for you. I believe in you. I know that you can succeed, but you've got to do the work in order to succeed. All I can do is push you. All I can do is give you the tools and share my experience with you. But ultimately, right, you're in control. And I just hope that you use this information and you put it into action, because consumption without action leads to nothing. All right, so make sure that you put this to action. Again, I love you all. I wish you a ton of success. I'll announce the winner in the group here in just a moment. And I just, again, I will see you all next week for the next webinar training that we do, where we can go and we can launch these ads. It's gonna be super exciting. So that's it. I'm gonna go ahead. I am going to sign off. And I'll see you for the giveaway in the group. I'll see you next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, for the Profit Power Hour. All right, have a great night, y'all, and I wish you a ton of success.